Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 78, day 3. So of course today is a purple day and we're wearing the right color shirt for once. First day I did it and the other days we couldn't because green screen. But anyways, we got Guild Wars going on. We got the class event for Monk, which is a slightly above average hero class. Very situational when you actually pull it out though. But the class event for it is available today nonetheless. And other than that, tomorrow is the more interesting thing. Tomorrow we end up getting a new faction. We'll be going over that in our morning stream and seeing how far we can go with it. We'll probably go to about 400 or so and just see where our sigils bring us. We'll probably buy to about tier 7 times, I believe. Whatever 2005-10 comes out to. So yeah, that'd be tier 7 times. So yeah, we'll do that and see where we go from there and get the event done. I don't think we'll have enough sigils to get it done the day of, but if we go through the entirety of it, I forget what the color restriction is, but I believe it was red-yellow, given the banner and everything. So, not sure if we can actually carry a quick team all the way through. Obviously, there's quick teams we can use, like Iron Gut and such. But red-yellow is a little bit of a weird combination as far as team selection allows for. For the really earlier battles, we can do Quick Guard's Avatar Kill, if nothing else. But for the later battles, we're going to have to build a weird Iron Gut team. A lot of the things that you would normally use with it, not really accessible for it. But anyways, first things first, Purple Guild War. Let's go do that. Also, we still have some more to do with the class event, of course. Or not the class event, but the... Well, that too, but the weekly Warlord event. So we still have to go and poke at that. Should hopefully have it done by tomorrow or the other day. Luckily, this is a weekend event where having that done doesn't actually matter too much because it's not like a Vault event or anything like that. Also, next Vault event should be mid-September too, so we got that to look forward to. Anyways, especially now that they're all buffed. I believe I need to change my medals because we currently have Guild War Purple Day, and with that, I normally run Wild Queen. As far as our defend, that's funny. Our defend team's currently exactly what it was yesterday. We did a 1-5, a 2-5, and a 2-5. Go figure. Well, at least it's winning some. But anyways, we got Purple Day today. Which means we're going to be running our Wild Queen team. If not mistaken, the team is Zugoff, Green Seer, Wild Queen, and Leprechaun, wherever it is. Where on earth is my team? I believe that's why I run for purple these days. Yes, it is. Can get a little bit of a slow start depending on how the Green Seer or the Leprechaun goes, but aside from that, it's pretty solid. So let me just go change my banner choice. Normally 3 seasons is the best way to go with this, so we can tank out for the initial part of the battle so it doesn't die. Zugoff is very flimsy early on, but you can pretty much completely bypass that by setting a bunch of seasons. Also, I do have this pet, and I am going to be going for it because I've been trying to buy up this pet slowly. So we'll go buy 3 copies of him. Costs a little bit of gems, but we get 10 purple food and 3 of the bats, but there we go. Little pricey, but I need to go get that bat upgraded so we can go get a star in Golvania. It's kind of bothering me that we don't have that yet. Anyways, let's go back to Guild Wars. Guild Wars, and let's get into things. Also, before I do, hello everyone! Hello, let's see, how far back does it go? Hello, Defiant! Hello, Isabel! Hello, John! Hello, Animus! Hello, Cookie! Let's see, hello, Steve! Hello, Bill! Hello, Nagatsu! Hello, Barbara! Hello, Larry! Hello, Original! And hello, everyone else! Oh, you have, be able to take off from work tomorrow, nice. Well, you'll be able to get the entirety of the event done early, then. Well, maybe not. I don't know, it depends how many sigils or how deep you go. But of course, tomorrow we do have faction going on. But anyways, that is a pure purple team. Just double check. It is good. Okay, let's get into it then. Don't think we need to modify anything else. We're running a +2 purple, +1 yellow, -1 red. Might seem a little bit weird minusing a red, but minusing Zugoff's 1 red isn't really going to make too big a deal. The main thing that we want to focus on is getting our initial mana going, particularly for the Green Seer there. So, oh, actually, 20% into 2 seasons is actually what we want to run. I just set 3 seasons. Whoops, I forgot. We don't have a mana start, so we are going to need that little bit of extra start just to kind of get mana rolling a little bit more. So we'll go grab the little bit of yellow there. We can get an explosion. We also have skull option, which isn't too bad. My biggest concern here is he might start looping us, though I think we got everything we need to start rolling. So we get that. We now get a Wild Queen down. We'll do it right over there. He's entangled even if he tries getting a follow-up. We'll do that. He does get a little bit of poke, but he has 4 attacks, so that does basically nothing. We'll go for this just to get our 5 times there. That doesn't get us the full mana, but we can go for the explosion, which should. And then we just Zugoff into the win, and he is going to get a little bit of value there, but he has such a low skull damage right now that's going to make almost no difference. And, ooh, he does get a little bit of value there as well, even more so because of the 51 attack, but he does die out immediately after, and we're good to go. And Zugaf does gain 5 to all stats per skull that is taken. He actually does that too, regardless of what position he's in. However, this specific team does use him in first slot. One of the main reasons he's actually using first slot on this team, let me go switch to 20%. There we go. But one of the main reasons why he's actually used in first slot on this team is because he has Impervious. Impervious, of course, is pretty good in that it has immune to pretty much everything. And one of those things that we need is immune to freeze and immune to entangle so that we don't get frozen on skulls and so that we still maintain all of our skull values. That's one of the main reasons for Zugaf, other than the fact his ability is insanely good. Unfortunately, he does land an extra turn there. A little bit of a bad leprechaun as far as the explosion we got after. Looks like we're going to lose Wild Queen, which could be a little concerning once that goes down. I believe that's that troop that does extra to purple too, so the second he takes a skull, Wild Queen will likely be dead. So we kind of just have to assume that she's already dead, because that is likely what's about to occur very soon. We'll take the purple there. I don't know, maybe we can cheese it with a Wild Queen here. Seems very unlikely, but still possible. I actually kind of want to take a yellow. However, both yellows over there give him a skull. However, this yellow over here does seem to be safe, so I think we're going to go for that. Ideally get a really good Wild Queen. Oh, unentangled too. How perfect. Okay, I think we can make this work. We do this onto red. We get our convert there. We throw down Wild Queen, and we better get lucky here because his rope dart will go crazy otherwise. So we'll throw that down. Let me go get down to rope dart 2 in case he gets down that far. Okay, good. We did get another Wild Queen. We have Zugaf too. Does he have Stealthy? No. I can just Zugaf him. I think that's a safer bet than Wild Queen right now. Just so we don't have to deal with rope dart. And that's match dead. The triple kill Zugaf. I'll take it. There we go. Okay, next one. We got a web spinner in play. However, he can't triple damage us, so that's good. Because of Impervious, he cannot do triple to the web or to poison, since we have immune to both. So, yeah, this shouldn't be too bad then. But he can still get us. He's about to get a convert. If we guarantee don't have any position where he'll gain an extra turn, I kind of want to take the skull. Simply so he doesn't have an option. He is going to get 2 little areas of yellow. But I think we are fine. I just don't accidentally want to give him a 5. Oh gosh, I still managed to give him a 5 times. Of course, that would cascade into 1. What a fail. Oh, that denies our green too. Ooh, this is actually really bad. That is actually really, really bad. He might have just wiped us already. Gosh, yeah, we're dead. I would retreat, but we actually can't. Guild War battle. So yeah, we're dead. That got us. Gosh, 1 gigantic burst. That was a really unfortunate cascade there. End up giving him the everything he needed off of it. Okay, there's no way we can solo all 4 of these with Leprechaun. We can't do that. Gorgolfa, maybe. This thing, definitely not. We're dead the next cast he does. Might as well just let him kill us as quickly as possible. There we go. Rip. Well, first loss of the week. Okay, let's try that again. And not fail to a mercy cast. Same team, too. Lovely enough. Okay, we'll take that. Grab all of our yellow, get a convert, and we already won. That was quick. Look at how different the battle can go just when you get a good starting board. This is the exact same team we just lost to. Do we go for convert yet? Yes. Do it on purple. And I get another Wild Queen down. Actually, probably should have done that on the last slot, just have a little bit more value to use. We'll do that on brown. Get another Wild Queen. And that should pretty much be match if he could stop summoning. If he can stop summoning. There we go. Here, look at the difference between the 2 battles. That was the exact same team we were just up against. One killed us, and the other one died even quicker than it killed us. I gotta be careful with those empowers. I can definitely go out of control very quickly. Oh, we'll take yellow surge and then hopefully be good to go. Oh, it did not surge. That's very unfortunate. Also didn't get cascaded purple off a sky. I think we just take this yellow. Oh, that gives him red, though. Does he really need red? Not much. I think I'd give him that yellow. I mean, that red, I mean. Only problem here is we don't have a good location to convert. But we do have that, so we'll take that. Still no good convert location, so we got this mana, and we actually have nowhere to go use it right now. Now we do. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And this should be match as long as it doesn't miss, and we won. Yeah, we could still make that work. Throw that down right over there. Can you please stop summoning? That'd be great. Gosh, how many summons does he want to get? We'll take a little bit more green before we do something. Okay, who do we kill? Probably you. Actually, I probably should kill that hero. You're the one who's summoning all these. We'll go for Explosion. 1 more Wild Queen should pretty much do it. If he would stop summoning, that is. Yeah, I should have killed Hero there with Zugov. That was a bit of a mistake. We're not going to lose to it, but... Or who knows? Maybe we will. Gosh, how high is that summon rate? It's like a 90% chance at a 35% chance, whatever it is. Okay. We'll grab... Well, finally, we got a kill. I almost want to take that skull, but he's just going to get Oh, no. We can just kill him. Okay, good. And he didn't get resummoned off of it. Oh, should be fine. One more skull takes it if he would ever stop his turn. There we go. Oh, should take him blue there. Not a big deal, though. We already lost enough points because of the one loss. A little bit more won't hurt. And there we go. We hit 8,000. Anything above 8,000 with a loss is pretty solid. So I'll take it. But that actually puts us in not falling down a bracket as well. Which is nice, given that we're missing 3 people. But, yeah, going okay. Despite the lack. Mostly because of 27 out of 30. Just kind of saving us there. Because I believe it automatically updates 27 out of 30 on this leaderboard, if I'm not mistaken. So us being down by 3 theoretically actually has no effect on our position on this specific one. For these, it will, and we'll probably lose every single one because we're down 3 people. But for these, it should have no effect having 27 people in your guild as far as if you move up or down. But yeah, we're actually within range of not falling down. Though if we did, it wouldn't be too big a deal. As long as we don't fall down 2 brackets. As long as we don't make dead last in this bracket, we should be fine. And right now, we have a 60,000 gap. I'm not sure how many battles they haven't done. There's a 60,000 gap right there, so we should be fine to not make last place, if nothing else. But right now, we're even safe from moving down, so that'll be good. So what happened to normal Intrum? They're actually moving down to our bracket now. Assuming, well, they're 100,000 down. I know Intrum 2 fell. Well, I didn't realize Intrum was as well. They still have a really high trophy rate, though. I think they're still the 4th highest trophy in the game, maybe even higher. Maybe 2nd highest. I know they were 1st highest at one point. Yeah, they're 4th highest right now. Anonymous still all the way at the top, gosh. Where are they in bracket? Where's Anonymous these days in Guild Wars? Where is the top? I assume they would still be up here. Well, they're still in bracket 1. Towards the lower end of it, though, but still early in the week. Still got several days. And only the bottom 2 go down in bracket 1. Yeah, nice Glade and Utopia Brothers are actually all the way at the top right now. Or either of those even top 25 trophies? I'm not sure. Anyways. So, let's see. Also, hello, Original. Welcome. Gosh, I'm so bad at reading chat while I'm doing Guild Wars because I, like, focus so much on the battles. Hello, Marcella. Welcome. Anyways, if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. We'll go next into... I don't know, what should we tackle next? Let's clear out Dailies, then we'll do Monk. And then we'll do Warlord event. I think we'll do it in that order. So these will be super easy. I don't even need to change my banner, even though it's a completely incorrect banner. Let's just quick kill with a Rowan. Get all these down. Clear out dungeons. Let's see, we'll go for that. And then finish up whatever we need with the Warlord event. Also, the guild might carry us all the way to the end by tomorrow night. Otherwise, we'll do it tomorrow night as well. And get our final shiny major orb and hopefully get a blue or purple. But yeah, curious to see what next patch will end up being for the game. I don't think we currently know too much about it, if anything. However, there is a possibility that we will be getting... That's why you legendary rarity, I guess because you replace a legendary. But there is a small chance that any upcoming patch... Oh gosh, this drop definitely isn't legendary, that's for sure. But there's a good chance that any upcoming patch could actually be the treasure hunt or arena rework. Which I'm probably the most curious about as far as anything that could still happen this year. Because that's something that they've been mentioning for a while and never got around to. And supposedly, at least what was mentioned earlier, this is the year that they're finally going to rework it. Yeah, Life and Death can be really annoying. Like, if it gets advantage over you, you pretty much lose. Especially if it gets a death mark out of nowhere on something important. When you weren't expecting it. Like, in normal PvP situations, Life and Death isn't too bad. But when you're as color restricted as you are during Guild Wars, it can be really annoying to deal with most of the time. Only if it gets advantage. If you get advantage, it should be fine. But if it starts getting advantage, like if it gets that cast off before you even have full mana and gets that double death mark, it's only a matter of time before it just ends up killing you out. I've had like 1 or 2 bad Guild War weeks where I lost like 6 times, I think, total. Maybe 7. I'm not sure if I've ever gotten more than 8 losses in a week. If I even hit that many. I'm trying to think what the worst ever Guild War we ever did was. I know there was 1 week we lost at least once every single day. Which I think has only ever happened once or twice. Where we didn't even get a single 5-0 the entire week. We'll go for this one. Let me just go grab it out with Phoenicia. That is not what I wanted. No, I do not want Arena. I'm just going to pick whatever. Let's see. There we go. I did not mean to click on Arena. Let's see. Games. Dungeon is what I wanted to click on. Oh, that's the wrong team as well. Luckily, I believe it has enough stats to actually one-shot this. Even without armor. Answer is yes. However, the other ones it will not. So let me switch to Phoenicia. So I need to make another copy of Phoenicia team and have it all the way up there. I always go all the way down to the bottom to go grab those. Yes, that team can be you can easily replace Zugaf on that team, particularly with Hero. You don't have to use Zugaf there. It's actually a little bit of a risky option too, because if you get slow start, you're at disadvantage. Hero can actually be much tankier there, though it doesn't offer normally as much damage output. But it is actually safer to run Hero there. It's just not doesn't normally score as high, but it can. Anyways, so we did that. Let's go do the class event now. So, class event, of course, we got Monk. Already leveled up Monk. However, there's 25 gems in play, so let's go get those 25 gems, which will go towards tomorrow. We don't really have too many options. You can spam Tulio if you wanted to. You can use Diviner to feed a bunch of yellow. You got Yagway spam. Not really too many options. However, I am going down the route of Dawnbringer, so we will go into this then. I believe this was the team I mentioned on Monday. Actually, I might as well just copied it. But oh well, we already went this far. Might as well just use it this way. All I need to do now is just change my class, and actually, you know what? I will just copy it. At this point, it's probably still quicker to go get it than to switch every single setting that we need to go switch just to set the right team. It was this one. And I set it to Titan just for safety's sake. Oh, where'd it go? That's not what I wanted. Games. Feels weird pasting almost the exact same team over top itself. There we go. That sets our banner in Hero class correctly, so we don't have to go manually change it. Can we get alignment here? No, but that's kill, so let's go for that. Yeah, there's quite a few different ways you could play this out. Also, if you don't have Dawnbringer, you can do any yellow foil-y weapon. Anything that hits all enemies would be fine there. But yeah, you can put a Yagway in there. You can even just solo it almost just with the Yagways. Run like a double Yagway to like Tulio or something. And of course, just have a big weapon to clean up. I figured since we have such a good yellow mana generator, we just go down the Dawnbringer route. There's a few other weapons that are similar too. They won't be as big of an damage output, but it'll still work similarly. I'm also not set to +2 yellow right now. This is mostly so we can get a quicker, what's her name? Quicker Diviner. Because now we can 2-turn Diviner, which is really important for maxing out Dawnbringer to full mana, especially when we have to do it more than once during a given battle, which are what the Tulios are for when we start getting to that point where we need a multi-cast Dawnbringer and it doesn't just one-shot. For the first 2 sets, we can one-shot. Beyond that, we cannot. Oh, so are we set to magic right now? I believe we still are. Because I do need to be set to +12 magic. And I believe we are based on how high our 57 damage is right now. Plus all the additional that we get from yellow boost ratio. Yeah, Dancing Daggers is the name. It's from Drifting Sands Hero class, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like a 14 mana cost weapon that hits all enemies. That you get just from leveling up a hero class. So it's one of those weapons that if you don't have right now, you can actually get it within like a day. It'll take a while though, a lot of hours of grinding. But it's theoretically possible to grind it out in a single day. Oh, I'll grab red or yellow there. I just have to deal with the one. I was gonna say no skulls. There we go. Hello, Corey. Welcome. I was curious to see if we get any patches soon that are going to bring more medals into the game. They said that they would over time. However, the only technically new medal we've ever gotten is medals of seasons. Because theoretically we got 3 as well through World Lore event. However, those only take effect during World Lore event. They're not actually like new medals. Interesting to see if the other 5 rarities ever get one. Since Epic Rarity has 2. I feel like they would all be added at once, or at least the lower rarity ones, like the common, rare, ultra rare, legendary ones. And then maybe they would do the mythic one and something separate. Wonder what they even would do for another mythic medal. Current mythic medal, of course, is +4 magic, which is insanely good. And we're using it right now, actually. 3 of them. That's still not enough damage, though, unfortunately. Wow. Oh, we'll get a diviner here. Hopefully we can land it. I don't see a good location, so I'm just going to target green. It's a decent handful of mana. However, we somehow went and got 2 of them with no surge. That is very unfortunate. We'll take a little bit of mana there, take a little bit more mana. Again, doesn't surge. It just does not want to surge this battle. What do we move? What do we move? We'll take that for now. See what else we can kind of get moving to get the last of our mana going. So we'll take that to get a nice big Dawnbringer and as match. Yeah, it's technically a lower mana cost than Dawnbringer. However, it has less damage and it only uses 1 color. So even though Dawnbringer is higher mana cost, it to a degree isn't. Just because it covers more colors. But if you're feeding it just with Diviner, then yes, of course it is much lower mana cost. Having multiple manas to pull from technically doesn't make it as low. Since whenever you randomly cascade a red or a blue, you also get mana. Oh, why did I not take the yellow there? That was actually within takeable range. Do we even have a brown here? Gosh, nothing we need is around. At this point, 1 more surge. Of course, it won't surge. 1 more mana take, I guess, will get us to Dawnbringer, and then you're dead. Skull also would have done it, but there we go. What is the best team with Iron Guts? For what? Just for Delves? He's basically only used for Delves, and he's normally used in a team similar to Mountain Crusher, Iron Gut, Apothecary, and one other option. That one other option you'd normally be in a Curse or Transform. This could be Possessed King, it could be Mirage Queen, it could be pretty much anything as long as it has Curse or a really good Transform. Normally Curse is used though. I'll be running similar most likely for tomorrow's faction, for when we did a higher level range. We have no yellow to go use on this board. I might as well just manually take mana. It's not much of a point otherwise. And then we'll go for that, and then once we'll take him out. Really, 3 HP, what are you doing? There's one nice thing about Diviner too, even though it's pretty rare, it does have a magic gain chance, which can actually bring us into closer kill range in some instances. So we got Tulio up, we can throw that down onto yellow if we really want to. That wouldn't have been full mana though. Even with the enchant, I think it would have been 1 short. Because there's a boost ratio. I believe it's a 4-to-1 boost ratio. For every 4 of a mana color, it gains 1 additional mana. We haven't cast her a single time. She's very situational, but she can be good. Okay, I kind of don't want to cast Diviner yet. I want to get full mana manually, and then cast Diviner to get our second one up. So right here, we'll ideally get a really good convert, and then we get full mana. There we go, and dead. And that's the game plan, and ideally we get magic from it as well, in case we're ever outside of kill range. Well, for tomorrow's Delve, I believe we will not have access to Apothecary. However, you can use Harpy Mage. So it's probably going to be something along the lines of Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, Iron Gut and Mirage Queen, I think, is the team that we'll probably be using for tomorrow, based on the color restriction. Might tweak it a little bit once we're actually messing around with it and using it, but something along those lines is likely what I'll be running for the later battles. For the earlier battles, I'm probably just running Quick Kill Guard's Avatar until it stops working. And then the rest of the time we just go Iron Gut. That is the game plan. I almost want to take that yellow just to deny Valraven, though he is blocked on yellow, so we kind of don't need to. I was going to say, how did you not get full mana from that? You were taking both the 2 colors you needed. To have not gotten full mana, that means both of them would have had to have not surged. Oh, why'd I do that? We already won. There we go. Give us our 25 gems. We're almost there. Are these the last 4 battles? Yeah, they are. Nice. That was the last Valraven we needed, so we don't need to worry about Valraven escapes. Because if another one escapes us, it means nothing, because we already have all the sigils we need to get our 25 gems. I'm not really sure if it's worth doing these class events just for the 25 gems, but I still do them normally. Because why not? 25 gems is 25 gems. It's not a lot, but gives us something to do on Thursdays. And of course, if you haven't maxed out the class, you all also get the class XP. Well, we've been done with that for about 2 months now. Feels good not needing to worry about leveling hero classes anymore. Takes forever to get to that point, though. It almost takes 1,000 hours with optimal farming to actually get every hero class maxed. Because it takes around 28 hours per hero class with optimal methods. It can be done a little bit quicker, but on average, I would say it takes about 28 hours per hero class. And there's 34 hero classes. What do we grab here? We do not have a good convert. We do not have a good anything. Let's take that for now, I guess. Doesn't really matter too much, as long as we can get a good follow-up, which we cannot because he just denied us. Well, at least we got red to take. I think we're not minusing red right now. We really do not have good takes here. Let's take that for now, I guess. Come on, one more, we'll do it. Surge. Or actually, doesn't even need a surge. There we go. And of course, he gets his resummon. But hopefully get our skull poke, and one more skull is probably the better way to go at this point. How annoying he's being. I don't know, I guess we're going for mana. Oh, why did I not take that first? Now he denied me from being able to take mana this turn. Worst comes to worst, we win automatically next turn off enchant. There we go. What a weird battle. Luckily, that's the last time we have to deal with that 100% revive. One way that you could do that is stun it off of hero, but you have to bait out a skull. So it would have technically have been quicker. Because if you can stun it with with this stun when you do it with a skull, it'll disable the revive that it has. So the only way it doesn't have 100% revive is if you actually get a stun on it. Because it does not have a mean to stun, which is really good, otherwise that'd be even more annoying. Otherwise it does get that 100% revive chance. But it can't do that if it's stunned. Final battle, and 2 more Dawnbringers should be enough, especially if we get a magic buff off it. I think one of them have spell reduction. But with a magic buff that wouldn't actually be able to. We have a 1 in 3 chance whenever we use Diviner. So it looks like we're not going for it, since we already have our first one. Oh, never mind, it's gonna be enough without it. Oh yeah, and we get 2 extra magic next week too. Anyone who bought Elite Pass Plus already has that 2 magic. But anyone who hasn't yet, yeah, 2 magic bonus. Throw that down. And there we go. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, we have back-to-back magic bonuses coming in. Oh, there we go, 25 gems, nice. And let me take my tribute. Can we get another 25 gems? 15, pretty good still. But that's not what I wanted to check. But yeah, underneath campaign. Do I have my campaign rewards? Yeah, I did. I was gonna say, because you need to in order to get the stats. But yeah, we get our extra magic, and then we get another extra magic. Oh, sorry, was that back-to-back magic? No, never mind, they're not back-to-back magic. Next week is another 2 magic. Oh wait, it is back-to-back magic, never mind, that's what I thought. Okay. So next week we get 2 additional magic. And then the following week on top of that, we get 2 more magic for a total of 6, and that's as high as it goes by the end of campaign. And then we just get attack and HP. So yeah, magic is actually in 2 weeks then, or 1 week if you have the other pass. But yeah, 2 more weeks. And we'll get 6 magic total, which is obviously pretty substantial for quite a few game modes. Do you still have an open space for the guild? Yes, if you could do 1.5 million plus gold, if anyone is interested in participate in all guild-related events, and you're level 1,000 plus, let me know. We got 3 openings still. You won't be able to participate in this week's Guild War, but you'll still be able to get the final reward for the Warlord event, since we haven't finished that out yet. Probably have that done later tomorrow. That's not what I wanted to check, but yeah, this thing will probably have later tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to claim this one as well. Let me go get my 2 orbs. Yeah, let me know your code and I can go get you in. We got a purple and we got an orange. Nice. Well, at least the purple is good. Orange, obviously, not so much. There we go. The badge. Also, if you buy tier 4, you can have 2 full medals by the end of the event. For when you're doing like your final battles. Oh yeah, we need to go do our 4 battles. Let me go do that. Yes, Gabby, you can end up coming in. So let me know your code and I'll go get you in. And then we'll go do the Warlord events. Actually, I might as well get a battle in now. Actually, let me go set my medals correctly. And while you're posting that, we'll go to this battle, and then we'll go get you in. Battle, fights. Okay, let's go in. We're, of course, just still using Life and Death team. I don't think we had this one on Defend yet. Did we get to see how this went for Defend yet? I don't think we had Defend A for it yet. Let me go double check after this. But all we really have to do is just throw down some big true damage bursts and be good to go. So we do have a Valraven in play. Ooh, we actually got transformed, too. That wasn't on something that was consequential, so that's fine. However, that curse, we're not enchanted now. Which puts us in a little bit of a weird position because I'm not sure if this is enough damage. I'm just going to hope it is. The answer is yes. Good. Okay. And that's match. Easy. Easy. Oh, I was about to go check one other thing that wasn't the recruiting thing, and I already forgot what it was. What was it? Fail. I wanted to go check something and forgot what it was now. And it wasn't the recruiting thing, but let me go do that. Let's see. Where is the thingy thing for it? No, not those. Where's the invite? There it is. Invite. Let's see. Gabby. There we go. It exists. And there we go. And recruits. Yes. And welcome to the guild. You have been invited. Go check your little mail thing and it should bring you there. But there you go. Welcome to the guild. If anyone else is interested, if you can do 1.5 million plus gold per week, level 1,000 plus, can participate in all guild-related events, let me know because we still need 2 more people. Okay, next order of business. Let's finish out Warlord event. Where to go? Guild. And fight. And where's the highest level? Right over there. Oh yeah, I wanted to see. I know what it was. As soon as I saw that team again, I knew what it was. I wanted to see how my Guild War offended with this team. I don't think it has happened yet. That's why I wanted to check. The second I see this team, it reminded me. Let me go do that right after this battle. I won't forget this time. And that's match. If it'll let me cast, there we go. And the other method, if you don't want to go down the true damage route, is just run a bunch of full AoE that hits all enemies. Okay, Guild Wars. Yeah, we haven't had it yet. It's actually tomorrow. I'm currently running Web Spinner, Life and Death, Arachne Weaver, King Avalon. Another different option that's normally used in first slot is an Empower Troop. I personally am using Web Spinner now just to kind of see how it fends. But you normally do use an Empower Troop on that team. Some kind of Empower that converts away whatever the color is, so for this day, blue. But we're trying it this way to see if we can get like a bigger Web Spinner rush, and even if it dies, we still have chance of getting revive, so not too big a deal. If nothing else, it pressures them on skulls, which is the main reason I wanted to try that Web Spinner there. It's a little bit of a slower start, but it gives skull pressure. Anyways, let's finish out the Warlord events, which we should have like 4 to 6 more battles on. Currently it says 4, so we're right back where we started. Let's go grab this one. What do we need here? Let's grab Weaver, because it's really low. Actually, I could have probably just went for an AoE, but there we go. And that's match. Off the kill right there. Alright, what else do we need here? Oh, let's go for this one. Let's see. We'll take that. Actually, I had this weak enough to just throw that down. There we go. Don't even need to go for the double hit. Take this one. Then we'll have one other one, which will hopefully be the epic one, which has really high, and then we'll be right back into current era. Alright, we'll grab that even though it doesn't really do much. You're gonna have full mana in a couple turns, however, that is not right now. We can take a yellow though, and that's match. And he's dead. I don't think our AoE would have been enough there, so we went for the double true. Oh, never mind, we got Karen now. Perfect. Oh, and it's our final battle too if we don't get Valraven here. Come on, Valraven. That is a Valraven. 2 more. Okay, what do we have? Just take purple. Purple Surge. Actually, we grab that. And then take even more purple. And I think that's enough damage. And it will be enough again, hopefully. And barely. And sure, how about one more? I'm not going to do the third one though. Quicker doing it the other way. Though after I already clicked on it, might as well just casted it. Okay. Then we got Karen. Oh, don't take the Karen Dares. Take the 2 Prides. They're actually worth more. This is one of the weeks where taking the highest rarity is not actually the thing you do. For Karen Dare, yes, but for the other rooms, no. Because Karen Dare will disappear otherwise. But for these, you actually want to run. Run the highest level, not the highest rarity. Due to the % increase for the amount of points you get this week, it is better to go for highest level and not the rarity. Which is kind of counterproductive, or not counterproductive, but it's kind of inverse of how it normally is. So do be aware of that if you still have battles to do. Keep doing the highest levels. Karen Dares is first priority, then second priority is whatever highest level is. If there is no Karen Dare. So right here, this 240 Pride is actually better than this 130 Legend. Even though it's lower rarity. This level is so much higher that it gives us way more points. At least this week anyways. I don't know what we should go for here. Let's take purple, I guess. Because that's actually enough mana with Surge, and it is. And then let's do that. Throw the Weaver. Do it again. Repeat. Dead. Easy as that. Oh, we got a triple kill too from the hero class getting the extra one. Now let's take a purple, and that should be matched. We throw this down. Boom. You might get a kill here, though it doesn't really matter. Deaths mean nothing in this game mode as long as you win the battle. And that is the end of the line. And we'll do it again tomorrow if we need to, but we might already have all of our points by tomorrow to get our major orb. There we go. Okay, so that should be everything then as far as dailies, so we can go do the token grind then. Where's our epic Valky? Gosh, we're going to grind at it so hard when it ends up coming out again. I believe it was mid-September. Let me actually go get the date of next Vault events. Because I need to go grind it. Hopefully there's not a hurricane at that time because I want to actually grind it. Last year I missed like 4 Vault events because of various things. We missed 4 Vault events. So hopefully a hurricane will not make me miss this one. Let's see. What do we have? When day does it fall on? I believe it's the 13th. Why does the 13th sound correct? Like around the 2nd week of September sounds correct. Where's the thing? Because I did look it up earlier. I just forgot the date. It is September 11th. Oh, that's why the 13th seems familiar. That's the day it ends on. But yeah, 11th to the 13th. Oh, that's right around the corner then. That's what, 2 weeks from now? Right? Because tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Not this Friday, not next week's Friday, but the other week's Friday is Vault event. So 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks, 1 day, we will have a Vault event. Hopefully we'll get lucky on the hurricane cycle. But, yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad. I'll have to see. September, early September in particular, has like always been the worst for hurricanes lately in my area. The last 3 years we had to evacuate, but oh, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky this year. But yeah, Vault event's on the 11th, which is around the corner, soonish. Anyways, let's go switch back to actually that's already what we need. Perfect. So we'll run with this, and we'll go to wherever the 20% is, or Skia, it looks like. And let's go farm a couple medals, see if we can get a Nisha today or an Anu. Where on earth is my team? There it is. Can I show my Red Guild War attack? Sure. I'm not even sure what I run for Red Guild War attack these days. I feel like it's one of the clunkier teams. Red overall, I feel like is the hardest Guild War day. Has been pretty much the entirety of Guild Wars. Hasn't really changed. There's been times where it became a little bit easier, but overall in the current state of the game, I'd still say it's the hardest color. But as far as what I currently run for Red Guild War, it is... Let's see, do we need to change that at all? Oh yeah, I run this. So, this actually isn't that bad, though it's really expensive. It's Doomed Crossbow Scurvy Sea Dog, Zugoth, and Drowned Sailor. One thing that works really good about this is it feeds blue into something that has immune to freeze. Two things create blue, both the Scurvy Sea Dog from green to blue, I believe it is. From green to blue, as well as this, which does it from yellow to blue. And basically, you're feeding a bunch of blue into something that has immune to freeze as the only blue on your team, basically making it so if they're running a bunch of freeze on red day, which for whatever reason does seem to be pretty common, you'll be able to counter it. And then we have the crossbow in order to use all of our blues for a gigantic burst. So it kind of works out pretty good. It's a little bit clunky since we don't really have like an insanely good mana accumulator, and we're feeding into something that doesn't really get much follow-up. Like, we do have 2 converts, but if you don't have like either of those 2 converts, you can have a pretty bad board. But once it gets going, it's pretty auto-win. It's just getting to that point is the bigger issue. It's also missing an entire color, or 2 whole entire colors, brown and green, which if the board has too much brown and green can be very bad overall. And I do it with Dragon Guard because we can get triple damage burning, and it has tankiness attached to it. So that's what we currently run for Guild War Red, though it is one of the more expensive teams you possibly could run for today. But it is what we currently run. Some of the cheaper ones are like run Yagwe, Queen of Tanya, and stuff like that, and try to get that to work. Like, try to build some kind of team around Yagwe, Queen of Tanya. The options under Pure Red are a little clunky, but they can still work. Because most Yagwe, Queen of Tanya teams do need other colors to actually function. They can still build teams out of Pure Red out of them. It's just a bit of a slower start, or a much slower start. Because I don't think you get any good Empower to really work for it. Unless you feed all into a single color that you only use once. Which isn't normally advised. You generally want to have at least 2 of the color. The one exception is if it's Zugoth or something with absurdly high mana costs. Like, if you're feeding just into a Mythic, it's normally fine. But more often than not, whatever you're mana accumulating a ton of, you normally want to have more than one. One of the reasons why that one team actually only carries one single thing, even though we have 2 blue converters, is because it has immune to freeze. And if we added another blue that didn't have immune to freeze, that would kind of ruin the whole concept. Also, we'd probably have to get rid of a mana accumulator to even put it in. But I'm not fully happy with the Red Guild War team we currently run. I'd ideally want to replace out at least one of the Empowered troops, but I don't know. We kind of need to wait for more things to be added to the game to really be able to replace it, though. Yeah, I would still rank Red Day as the hardest Guild War day in the current state of the game. Blue is probably the other really hard one. The absolute easiest is by far yellow. It's not even close. Which is kind of interesting because Wild Queen is actually like one of the most auto-win kind of like troops that you can have for it. Yet you can't even use her on Yellow Guild War Day. Though I would consider Yellow Guild War Day to be the absolute easiest still. It's mostly because of Gorgolfa. And the really high amount of good yellows. I'll take that over, take that over. And the reason brown isn't as high, even though you can use Gorgolfa. A lot of teams don't synergize as well, pure brown with Gorgolfa. Whereas with yellow, it works a lot smoother. It also has access to Rope Dart if you happen to have it for yellow. You also have it for blue, but it's a little bit harder to use for blue day. Even though it can be used for blue day. Why did I do that? We already had the win. Oh, there we go. If anyone else still has any other questions, do let me know. Hey, we got an Arachnia. Well, at least we got something that wasn't useless today. So we got one good token. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than that. That's better than nothing. Slowly but surely, we shall have every troop in the game medaled. Actually, that will actually literally never happen. But if nothing else, we'll be making progress on getting everything medaled. Actually, in the current state of the game, with the rate at which medals come in, even if you farmed 12 hours a day, it is actually impossible to get everything in the entire game medaled. Content just comes in too quick relative to how many medals you get to ever be able to max out everything. This could change into the future, but as it currently stands, it's actually literally impossible to max everything. Because even if you spent half of every single day doing it, you still wouldn't be able to be playing enough to actually do it in the current state of the game. That wouldn't even be enough to keep up with the rate of what the new content, let alone upgrade stuff that is coming into the game. We'll take that over. What else do we need? I'll take the other skull down. Oh, he actually lived. No, he didn't. Burn killed him with 3 HP on the dot. That's funny. Wait, are you referring to Arachne Weaver? It has a C in it, doesn't it? Have I been saying it wrong? Where's my defend team for it? That's not my defend team. Or were you referring to a different word? No, the metal? Which metal? Which metal were you referring to? Also, what team was this using? Oh yeah, Zugoff. Where did my Zugoff go? We'll take that one over. Oh, is it Arachnia? I always thought it was Arachnia. Have I been misreading it that much? Let me see. Let's see, where'd it go? Oh yeah, it is Arachnia. I was called Arachnia. That is just Arachnia. What on earth is Arachnia then? There's nothing that goes by Arachnia in the game. Weird. I guess it's kind of like the whole Nisha thing when we haven't had a Mythic Nisha, yet we had a Mythic Nisha medal. So they did finally do that though. But it was after the fact. I'll probably still call it Arachnia. Sounds cooler that way. Also, that kingdom used to be an attack kingdom, not a magic kingdom. So these days it is a magic kingdom. Zolcaria, that is. There's actually a really big attack kingdom nerf at one point within the game's history. At one point, it was actually one of the highest stats, and they removed almost like half, maybe even like 2/3 of the amount of kingdoms that had attack. Which is why I always forget which kingdoms actually still have attack sometimes to this day. Just because I kind of remember like what the old ones were and then kind of forget what it currently is set up to. Yeah, we used to have like more than double the amount of attack from kingdoms as far as which kingdoms actually were allocated towards attack. But it was eventually nerfed in place of some magic as well as mostly HP or armor. That was a while ago. That was like 3 years ago. It's towards the earlier end of the kingdoms and stuff, as far as star levels. Are there any good Uminif teams? For the most part, I would say no. It's kind of like a Zugoff alternative, but it takes so long to get rolling. And it doesn't have as big of an impact once it actually does get its ability off. You can still use it. It has pretty decent damage output. But it's so situational, I personally don't really feel like it's that viable. You can kind of use it like you use a Zugoff, but you don't have like the triple damage burning and stuff like that though. Alright, this next one will not give us a chest, unfortunately. Because we only have 7 points. I think we'll aim for one more chest. This one won't give us one, but the next one will. Hopefully we cascade a skull. Come on, random skull, go. That way Zugaf can finish the rest of the team out. No random skull. We're going to waste a lot of damage right there. And still no follow-up. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Oh, and now we get a skull. A little late. Very late. I'll take it. Oh, I should have taken that blue. Whoops. I saw it there too. I just didn't go for it. Thought it'd be exploded close enough, but there's like no green on the board. Please click. There we go. Okay, what do we need now? Do we have a cascade? No, we do not. So let's go for a bunch of explosions to go get all that down. We can then go for a destroy over there. We then go for a nice big old Zugaf somewheres. How about right over there? Fortunately misses, but we can then get our nice little bit of destroy and then explode everything out. Go and do that right into a follow-up of a bunch of mana into, if it'll let me cast. There we go. And then we can get a Zugaf down. Unfortunately, surviving with 1 HP. What are you doing? I almost just want to go poke it. There we go. Get that thing out of here so we can don't waste our skull spam. That way we can get immediately into the kill. Otherwise, we would have wasted all that skull spam on something that only had 1 HP, which obviously is not what we want to go for. Hello, Bushka! Welcome! Yeah, what do we have going on? We'll take that. Get our mana accumulated. We can then go throw a Zugaf into... Well, do you have skull reduction? No, you do not. So we'll just go for the big skull there. Take the other one and get it vertically. We'll take our destroy again. Unfortunately, not 13 reds, but still give us a decent amount of mana. He's going to slightly be in our way, but as long as we hit 1 skull there, that shouldn't really matter. And there's a 1 skull. Easy. Okay, mini-boss. And then we head to wherever the next 20% is and get our final chests for the stream. I'll take our explosion. Grab our destroy. Get a nice big Zugaf. Be careful of that thing. That has a 65% reduction. It's one of the things that you normally use when you use the faction. It's the lowest rarity troop in the entire game with 65% reduction. It is only a rare, but it has it, so gotta be careful. 65% is second highest score reduction in the game. Well, technically third. I'm not sure if we really count Stonehammer, though. Stonehammer might as well not even exist. But Stonehammer has 80%. Gorgolfa is the most viable thing that has a high score reduction, which is 75%. And the next highest is anything that has Ice Armor at 65%, which a couple options have. I believe the strongest one is Glaceon. However, there are other options that do have it, including that rare troop we just saw in that one battle. If anyone still has any other questions or anything else you want me to go over, let me know. We'll probably wrap up in the next 5-10 minutes or so. And then tomorrow we'll be going over the faction. Stream will be starting around the morning stream. Probably in about 13 hours from now. I'll probably start a little bit earlier than normal. At like normalish time in the morning. So probably around 10-ish or so. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 13 hours from right now if you're watching right now. And of course tomorrow's night stream will be the same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And tomorrow night we'll probably just be running more factions. I don't think we'll be able to reach pure faction yet. I think that'll probably be saved for Saturday night. But we should be able to get pretty close, if nothing else. And I'll try to make sure I pin the teams to the video as well. Because I know it's one of the biggest things that people normally ask, since I normally don't cover an independent video on it. Well, actually, we'll probably still cover an independent video on it. But for factions, it's normally worth doing so. Because there's multiple things to mention. Whereas with quite a few other events, like let's say a bounty hunter, there's not really much to mention as far as like what you would use and stuff. But for a faction, you got multiple things going on at once. You also get a bunch of star levels. And of course, Adana is going up, I believe, 4 stars. It should. From having 4 more troops. It's generally how much it would increase by when it gets 4 more troops. Would make sense. 4 stars for 4 troops. Let's see. Are any of the week's mythics worth forging? This week? No. I believe it was mostly skippable this week. Let me double check. The last I recall was mostly skippable. I'll check real quick though. I think the only thing that was kind of interesting was Sky Hero, the weapon. But yeah, there's Umanif, but I don't know. It's kind of like an alternative Zugaf. I really don't feel like it's worth it though. but it's kind of alternative Zugaf. And other than that, we have Infernus. Infernus is kind of weird. Like it's really good at doing a lot of things. Like it's really average at doing like a really wide range of things, but it doesn't really get to excel at anything but burn. But Zugaf kind of outpaces that later in the game. It's definitely not a bad mythic and still one of the better mythics in the entire game. But he's not the best at any one thing, technically. I guess maybe burn, but that is eventually outdone by Zugaf, at least in the context that it's normally used in. Because one of the main reasons you need burn later in the game is specifically for skull spam. And since Zugaf has the skull spam attached to him, it's normally more efficient running that than Infernus in those kind of teams later in the game. But prior to that, he is still technically the best burner in the game. One single extra turn, you just burn the entire thing. Is the campaign mythic still a pass until in Soulforge? Not sure what you mean by that. But, yes, he's only available in pass until he's available in Soulforge, if that's what you're asking. The campaign mythic will be a little bit different than how other troops come into the game. Basically, it'll come in via the pass, and then at some point into the future, it'll be in Soulforge. It will never at any time be the exclusive mythic for the month, which means you cannot use keys to get it. Well, at least not effectively anyways. There will never be a single week where it is the only mythic in the drop table. That will not happen for the campaign mythic. It'll be initially available through if you did the entirety of the campaign, if you bought the pass, and then it will be available in Soulforge for what should be the normal Soulforge cost, 4,000 diamonds. But yeah, it's the main thing that you pretty much get if you did buy the pass, is the mythic all the way at the end of the pass. However, based on things that they mentioned, it does look like the pass is going to be quite a bit more buffed going forward. So we'll kind of have to wait and see exactly what happens with that. For example, we're going to have those new deeds that we got in the most recent patch on the next campaign and stuff like that. So we'll also have to see how that pans out. I hope they don't paywall too many of them behind the super paid one. It's already bad enough that we already know for sure that they're going to put it in the paid pass. But we still don't know if they're going to put some in the super paid pass, which is almost double the price. Throw that down. Grab that down. But yeah, this first pass is pretty skippable. Doesn't have anything too noteworthy. Karen there is like the biggest thing you're getting. And technically the Heart of Rage as well, but that's supposedly going to be used to craft something. But you can still get that within Vault Keys at some point. It should be about as rare as a Cedric once it gets into drop table. It is not currently in drop table. Also, do not try for it the week of, because I do not believe it's available the week of. I think it's a few weeks after campaigns have ended. It'll be available in the VIP, in the Vault Key drop table. But it shouldn't be available immediately. But I'm not 100% certain on that. But based on what they said before, it should be a couple weeks after campaigns end. Heart of Rage will be in Vault Keys. It shouldn't be available immediately, so don't try for it until we get 100% confirmation that it is. You had to get dishes done and you missed some of the stream. Did you show Brown Guild War Attack Team? No, I did not. I can go show it real quick, though. Brown Guild War Attack Team. We currently run... I actually completely forgot. Let's see. What do we run for Guild War Brown? Oh, yeah. I run this really weird team. It's centered entirely around Wild Queen. I'm not sure how I still feel about this team, but it's so quirky that I kind of like using it. It's definitely not the best thing you could be running for Brown, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm pretty sure like no one other than me even bothers running this because it's definitely not the best method, but I actually really like its playstyle. It's Mountain Crusher, Sir Quentin Hadley, Templar, and Wild Queen. Quentin Hadley starts himself in Templar with half mana. One of the main reasons I use this team is Yagwe Queen Titania, due to the two different troops that convert from brown to red, is very popular on this Guild War day with Yagwe Queen Titania team using one of those two converts, particularly with the summer one. And this team gets to counter that because you use Mountain Crusher to counter Storm, so you can convert the red Storm to brown. And then you also have Templar to convert all the reds into green. The only big issue with this team is it doesn't actually use red directly. It gets to convert away red off of Templar with its little convert thingy. However, it doesn't directly get to use it. But I like having this because it has really high damage output, and you can kind of use the armor to kind of tank out of it. You also have A little bit extra skull reduction. You don't have spell reduction here, but you can always replace out hero for a little bit of spell reduction if you really want to. But just having barrier is kind of already enough for him. And then it basically just runs like a normal Wild Queen team once it gets rolling. And you also have some skull spam off of Sir Quentin Hadley. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird team. I like it though. Probably not the best thing to run on Brown, but I've been using it lately. And it's been doing good for us most weeks. It still loses occasionally. But most teams will lose occasionally even if they're really good. Like the Guild War team we used today lost. And then we immediately destroyed it within like 10 seconds the following battle. But it's how it goes sometimes if you get a bad starting board. But anyways, I'm going to go get this final chest. See if we can get anything shiny like a triple Nisha. Any other questions? Let me know, guys. I'll take that for now. Got Flamer Fur already. However, we don't really need it this early. Okay, now we kind of do. How are you not full mana? Luckily, that's a free automatic extra turn. We didn't throw that down, so we don't have to deal with skull reduction. Luckily, he doesn't agile that. We didn't Flamer for that. And that should be a dead. There we go. That's a dead. Okay, one more. Final battle. Give us our Nisha medal. Come on. Nisha, Anu, something good. Come on. Epic rarity medals or above. Ideally above. Oh, look, an Iron Gut. Wouldn't that be a fail if we lost the Iron Gut? It is technically possible. If he wanted to really troll us. Or should I say goblin us? Let's see, I'll throw that down. I'll throw down our Weaver. Wrong team. That would be the previous team we were running. Throw down the Thrall for the mana accumulation into Zugoff. And what do we get from our chests? Anything good? We get... Oh, complete trash. That's like something you would get if you were running Explore 2 or 3. Gosh. Really? A Yasmin and a Guard. What an awful, awful chest. Oh well. Hopefully we'll get better luck later. Now we're over to Golvania. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing the Adana faction. It'll be starting in 5 hours and 53 minutes. We'll be having the Adana faction going around. Oh, I already did these, right? Yeah, this is the adventure board. What kingdoms do you avoid with your Zugoff team in Explore 12 and why? Dragon's Claw, Groshnok, and Bladed Lands. The main three reason I avoid these three is all three of them have a really high chance of reviving. Dragon's Claw has a 50% revive, as well as many 25% revives. Groshnok has 100% revive and a few 25% revives. And Bladed Lands has a 50% revive, pretty much the same as Dragon's Claw, and a bunch of 25% revives. These three kingdoms have the highest amount of troops that can revive, and generally for any amount of farming in Explore are ones that you should consider avoiding, as you generally do not run stun. Stun is the main way to kind of get bypassed these mechanics. However, very rarely can you put a Obsidious into your team. Like, very rarely will any Explore team run an Obsidious in it. It's normally just a waste of a slot. And for that reason, you tend to avoid these three. There's several others that you could avoid. Technically, with Zugoff, you should try avoiding every single kingdom that has that one troop that has immune to instant kill. The 6 Dooms. I believe one of them is in Dragon's Claw, so that's kind of convenient. But actually, one of them might have been Bladed Lands, too. I actually forget where they're all located off the top of my head. But there's 6 of them all located in a single kingdom. It's these 6 are the main ones you want to avoid. These things. They're in Shentang, Bladed Lands. Oh, good, that works out. Glacial Peak, Suncrest, Bright Forest, and Zolkari. So one of those you automatically get to avoid by missing Bladed Lands as well. So even more reason not to do Bladed Lands. So 5 of them you still have to deal with. But these have so many revive that pretty much every Explore team in the entire game generally wants to avoid these 3 kingdoms. Just because they have the highest chance of reviving. And reviving is by far the slowest thing. The main mechanic that can slow you down during an Explore battle. Regardless of if you're doing Explore 1 or Explore 12. It'll slow you down pretty much just the same. Since you have to get all of your mana right back up to actually be able to kill them. Since they'll get right back to basically full durability on one troop. Yeah, it can be pretty annoying. And it's pretty time costly. So you tend to want to avoid them when doing kingdoms. It's why we only have, if you ever wonder why we only have 120%, that we keep trying to search around all over the place. That is why we keep 3 kingdoms that we deliberately don't do, so that we don't have to deal with them. Anyways, guys, any other questions? But yeah, that's not even just for Zugoff team either. That's like literally every team in the game generally wants to avoid those. Like, unless you're running stun on your Explore team, which is pretty much unheard of, because most Explore teams, at least quick kill Explore teams, cannot actually fit it in the team. For some teams, it doesn't matter as much. Like, for example, something like Skeleton Key, it doesn't matter as much, and there's a few others kind of like that. But for the most part, you do want to avoid them. Like, if you're gold farming, theoretically, they wouldn't matter. But normally for gold farming or camping, one easier location anyway, so it wouldn't even matter. Anyways, guys, especially once we get to 10%, like the 10% off of these, because you don't even necessarily need to chase 20% as much anymore. Because once you do this in a really good kingdom, which we'll be able to do starting, hopefully, in about 8 weeks from now. I'm not sure exactly when we'll get them in next campaign, but once these become a lot more accessible, yeah, getting 10% on a kingdom you want to farm be pretty good, because when you chase, you're only getting 20%, so be able to camp somewhere for 10% is pretty good value. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna be heading out for now. Hope you all have a wonderful week and weekend. We'll be back, as I mentioned, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 13 hours from now tomorrow, and we'll be doing the faction. We'll be doing the entirety of, or not the entirety, but we're doing a good portion of the Adana faction that's coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow night at the normal time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later at night, we'll be doing more of that. We'll basically be continuing it. And Saturday night will probably be the day we do pure faction for it, because I don't think we'll be able to finish it out tomorrow night. So Saturday nights we'll do the pure faction. But anyways, guys, thank you as always for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. We'll catch you guys soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye, everyone. And best of luck with the faction that's coming out in about 6 hours.